welcome to my Get Ready With Me. I'm getting ready to go to Steamy Lit. The grand opening is today. I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. I'm just gonna use the e.l.f. Instant Brow. I've been using this literally for years, since high school. I'm not really good at makeup, I just do basic stuff. Don't even use any foundation or anything. But since we're here, let's talk about the bookstore. It is a beautiful, beautiful bookstore, by the way. Like, oh my gosh, stunning. And the environment is so friendly, so nice. That's why I'm so excited to go back. And they have so many special editions, like the Allie Hazelwood's Bride that she just came out with, her new first ever fantasy. They have a special edition for it and I'm so excited to go get it. And they're also doing author signings today. Allie Hazelwood's gonna be there. So I'm really excited to get some books signed, buy some more books. Like, I already have books that I want to go check out when I get there. I'm just excited to see the amount of people that are there too. So yeah. I'm gonna go in with my bronzing stick. I don't actually contour or anything. I really just use this bronzing stick. I honestly don't even know that much how to use it. I've kind of like just kind of figured out what I like and just kind of go with the flow. But I'm also not big on contour or anything because I never actually learned how to do any of that stuff. So kind of just go with the flow. And this is by brand Pixie on the Glow Bronzer. So I want to talk about a book. I love this series. Like, I just finished it and I cried 3 times. For each book, I cried. It's called The Confidence of Wildflowers. That's the first book. The second book is called The Resurrection of Wildflowers. And the third book is called The Endurance of Wildflowers. That book started off very abrupt, very unexpected. And then it got really sweet. I'm sitting here kicking my feet. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing book. It still is. And then a really traumatic thing happened in the book and I started crying. In the middle of the night, I sat here crying. Finished the book. And then I decided to continue on, immediately jump straight into the second book and cried again. Because another traumatic thing happened. Like, you think it gets better, and then the second book started off sad almost immediately. I wasn't ready for it at all. Like, I was so sad. I cried. And then the end of that book was really good. Like, it got better. I was happy. The last book was short, but I feel like some parts weren't necessary and then some parts were like really good. And then even at the end of that book, it made me cry because there's just one line after like their events that they went through. Like, these characters had gone through so much throughout their lives. And then at the end of the book, you know, they grow all together and all that. And then the very last line of this book was the guy saying, "We did it." And then his wife saying back to him, "We did." And they grew old together. I'm sitting here sobbing because I'm like, after all the hardships they went through, they made it out. They got their one true love. They were happy. And I was just so happy for this book. Like, literally every single book. Okay, I think the last book I did 4 stars, but I think the rest I did 5 stars. Because it was really good. Like, if you're invoking tears in me, you're top tier. Top tier. I'm using Makeup by Mario, shade 280, I think. Honestly, this has been the best concealer that I've used. It matches me pretty well, and I've had not too many issues with it. I think the only issue that I've ever had with this concealer was letting it sit for too long and then it stayed, like, it stuck in place, which is something I guess you want it to do, but not when you're getting ready to blend it out, you know? So, there's that. I jumped into The Summer I Turned Pretty. I saw the show. Not a fan of Conrad. Gotta say, that's not my favorite character. I'm Team Jeremiah all the way, and no one can say anything else to me. Because, personally, I think Jeremiah was the guy. He should have been picked. And he was neglected poorly. But I watched it, and the irritations I felt for the way that Belly was obsessed, and I mean obsessed, like a heavy obsession. I was like, maybe the book will be better because, you know, books are typically better. But with The Summer I Turned Pretty, as I continue to watch it, read it, I mean, I'm like still in the first book just because I already know everything that happens, so it's like, it's more of just like a reading by choice, just to see if it's any different. But it's not like catching my attention as heavily because it's something I already know everything that happens. And right now she's obsessing over a character I don't care for. So what am I to do? So I pretty much just, you know, go with the flow. I'm also still reading Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I feel like the only reason I've been on that book for as long as I have now is because of the fact that the chapters are long, and then I look at it and I'm like, I know these chapters are long and that's what makes me not want to read it as much. But the storyline hasn't been bad. Though the MMC, I'm questioning him because he has so much hate. He's like, I don't like her. She needs to go. I'm sick of her. But then he's literally like, but I'm attracted to her even though she's not my type. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to go in with my liquid blush by Cloudicos. I don't know if that's how you say the name. It's an Australian company. I might have put too much on that side. Yeah, I only use brushes for like, probably this. Like, for the most part, I use my hand for everything. Now I'm gonna set my eyes and everything so that I can do my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Hasn't done me wrong. I'm just gonna go in with the Nubian by Juvia's. This is one of my favorite brown palettes. I'm just gonna go in with the darkest shade and just do an eyeliner moment. Not completely sure what I'm doing yet. We're just gonna go in. Usually use this brush on my inner corners because I do love to add sparkle to my inner corners. That's what I'm gonna do. But before I do that, I just like to do a little spritz of setting spray on it. Then dip into the palette. And just go in my inner corner. Okay, then I am gonna add a little bit to the tip of my nose. That's typically it. I don't like to do anything else to my cheeks or anything just because I don't want to mess up what I've done. And then we're just gonna do a little bit on the bridge. Like that. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna set my face and then do my mascara. I use a curler. I don't even remember when I got this. I've had it for years. Probably should buy a new one because this thing is so old. Okay. Now I'm gonna use the Clinique Waterproof High Impact Mascara. Okay. I like to just go over with setting spray as many times as possible just to make sure that my face is set. Alright. And now for the lips. And this is the final look. I do wear glasses, like, as needed. So that's why I put them on. I did a lip liner. Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner. Sorry. In shade Brownie Pie with Hot Chocolate Fantasy by Fenty on top. I like to blend out the edges a little bit just so that they're not harsh, but I figured I should do a lip liner because it matches the eyes. This is my outfit. I originally had plans on wearing gray tights, but I couldn't find them, so. I don't remember where I got the jacket, but the shirt is from Rainbow. I have like 50 million of them. And then this is a Halara skirt that I got. Super cute. And then I have some boots that are gonna go to match it. I don't remember where I got those from either, but we're gonna head out.